Hi, YouTube. I hope you're doing good. Oh, yeah, I just told myself a little joke. It's called I Have a Heat Headache, and I thought if I laughed a little bit, maybe it would help. Seriously. It is breezy out today, and if it wasn't, it would have been pretty terrible. I was out watering my garden, and it's just not doing very good. I wanted to make some pickles. My cucumbers didn't grow, and my squash is doing terrible. The tomatoes don't want to do good, but I got a ton of radishes. I'm growing those icicle radishes, the red and white ones. So, yeah. So, hopefully, well, at least I think we'll be enjoying radishes. So, but I don't know. It's just been so wet. At first it was cold, then it was wet, and Um, I asked a bunch of local gardeners if they were having same issues around here, and so I'm going to be finding out on my community page. Hopefully, some of them were looking for some cucumbers so we can make some pickles. I might buy some, but I'm still. Yeah, I'll even take some bigger ones and make like the refrigerator pickles. So, um, they're pretty easy to make. They're really easy to make, as a matter of fact. So you don't have to can anything. So yeah. So I was on Facebook today, and just a minute to light my cigarette. There's a poor little girl at a county fair had her little black bunny rabbit in the animal barn there, and some scum bucket stole her bunny. Can you believe that? I thought that was really bad because two reasons. Not only was that her favorite rabbit, and I know how that goes. I had ones walking on leashes, and I had like 50 bunnies, and uh so anyway, never ate bunnies or any. Well, I did, but not my bunnies. And I probably wouldn't never again. But when I was younger, I was kind of like we hunted and whatever we had to do. So, but um yeah, their temperatures, you got to watch their temperatures. It's like have a niece that had a bunny down in Texas, and I told her to freeze a water bottle because then if he gets too hot, he can go lay by the frozen pop bottle and regulate his own body temperature. Otherwise, they get too hot and they will die from heat exhaustion. They will die from being too cold. You got to watch your bunny so close, and this little black bunny was just tiny, probably like one of the dwarf breeds or a real small satin type bunny. So I really felt bad for that girl. And the mother was like, if you have it, just bring it back. No questions will be asked. And I hope this girl gets her rabbit back because that is heartbreaking. I mean, you don't know if they took it to keep it as a pet or what. That's the sick thing about the whole thing. It's called Hassenpfeffer over in Germany, you know, prized dish. So, yeah, I really felt bad for her. So I was telling Doug about that. I said, that was one of the worst things I heard around here today. He says, oh, I can go you one better on that. And he told me a 43-year-old man was just arrested. He had thrown gas in his house and lit it on fire with his 2-year-old daughter inside. Uh, that topped that. As a matter of fact, I've lived through that. Luckily, I had a dog that woke my son and I up, and we were able to get out of the house. But yeah, that I've had people try to murder me many times, and God saved me. So, but this little girl wasn't saved. So that's some sad crap. And no, the kooks have not left the planet. They're still here doing whatever they want, apparently. Whatever the dark forces say, oh, like what? Why didn't he just take her to a hospital and hit the road or something? Whatever made this person think that he can murder a child and nothing was going to be done about it. Why didn't he just kill himself? Because he's probably going to get murdered in jail for sure if people get a hold of him. That's most likely what's going to happen to him. So I don't know. But yeah, it is a sad world we live in, isn't it? Very. So yeah, it is. I just thought I'd get on here and shoot the breeze for a while and let you know what was up with my day. And oh, got my dishes done, some laundry done, and tonight I'm making poached eggs on toast. I think that just sounds good. Real simple. Last night was phenomenal. That banana smoothie. I don't put anything in but milk and yogurt and banana. I don't put like honey or sugar or anything. The banana was just sweet enough. So that's the way I'm not a I'm not a real huge sugar fan. If I am, I eat sugar and it does make me kind of sick. So um anyway, which reminds me, I think this is kind of humorous. When my stepdaughter was little, Doug used to have Oreo races with her. She would dunk her Oreos in milk. Well, he'd dunk his in coffee, and he was able to eat them quicker. And she's like, "How do you do that?" She couldn't figure it out when she was little. So, yeah, she's a beautiful lady going through an awful lot of hell. She wanted to be like me. Well, she grew up and she had two sons. Guess one time I wasn't here, but Doug said it still makes him crack up thinking about it. He was out doing some gardening and she was out there with him and she was just a little kid. And she goes, "Look at me, Dad, I'm a pig." And he's like thinking, "Yeah, you're getting awful dirty." And she goes, "I'm a pretty intelligent girl." It's like, yeah, that's cool. Really cool. Witty. I love people with wit. Um uh if a lot of people I know would get off the booze and the drugs, their wit would be a lot stronger. I mean, I'm not talking about an occasional, hey, we do this or that. That's not what I mean. I'm not talking about shooting crap up into your arms. You are going to not only not have wit, you aren't going to have a life to worry about being witty with. So, but yeah, I have a feeling that somebody literally just made a video about me trying to demean my faith and um, it's not that people can't have differences of opinions, but why make a video about me? Say you're going to watch me anyway because you like me, and then make a video disregarding my faith. If somebody doesn't want to believe in God, that's totally up to them. Totally, you know. But I think they found out that Jesus Christ already died for my sins. I'm not going to be hung on the cross, and I'm not going to let anybody push me around and make me a martyr of anything, especially with anybody's words. So that's the way I feel about that. I'm definitely not a pushover. I guess that's what I was trying to say there. Yeah, I'm more a fighter. You know, that is the evil part of me that I have to keep at bay. I do. That's if I have one trait besides smoking or swearing, but I'm talking about one physical trait that isn't good for other human beings, it's my anger. So, but there is such a thing as righteous anger. And when somebody intentionally baits me into trying to demean me, well, yeah, I would say you probably crossed the line, you know? Seriously. I have all kinds of friends that don't believe in God. I have friends that believed in God and don't anymore. and they don't condemn me, and I don't condemn them. When I talk about God, I mean, I see the shame. I don't care. They can't hide that crap from me. So it's like, say what you will, be what you will. If you want to make more videos about me, put my name on them. Confront me strongly. Don't tell me you're my friend and then freaking backstab me. You know, call me brainwashed. I have the strongest mind you'll ever meet in your life. Who's brainwashed? What? Yeah, think about that. 61 years old, thoroughly independent woman with not only strong mind, but my soul and my body and every inch of me screams strong and totally not a follower. And if you thought you could sway me or anybody has ever brainwashed me, I think it was a poor choice of words. Very poor. That's what I'm saying. I do believe that this person and I, that I'm not really going to name names yet, unless you want to just come straight out and attack me, then I'm cool with that too. I'll play that game. I don't care, you know. But if you still want to be friends, that's okay. But you can take back that brainwashed bullshit right there, you know, because my heart's guided by good. And I'm going to go one step further. This person was trying to annihilate another person that's either autistic or what was it? Autistic or there's another I don't think it was epileptic. I think it was autism where okay, first on the outside of the cover of the whole video was red, and when somebody has autism, that can trigger a reaction and actually heart palpitations and literally cost them their life. Then you get inside and there's all kinds of movements where he had his glasses down on his nose. Another strike as far as I'm concerned. Your eyes are up here. What do you need glasses for? So, but I mean, with the split screen, and then the screen went into four, and then there was all types of movements which really could have cost this person. And I'm going to say it like it is. I have a step grandson that is autistic. He's I mean, he works, um very sweet young man, very nice young man, very intelligent young man. But if he were to open your video and see that and die, I would want you fucking dead. So, how does that strike you? You're not just hurting or one person. You're potentially costing somebody their life. And if that doesn't touch your heart where God lives, if you don't feel God in there when I just said that to you, then you truly are not just brainwashed. You are a regressed human being. Now, maybe we can work beyond this and still be friends. But if not, this is your decision right here. You make the decision right now. Because I'm not playing a game. I'll come after you in a big way, spiritually, which you seem to want to ignore, which is very real. And I know you can hear my mind, my so called washed mind. Let's do a little washing with yours, shall we? Let's. Seriously. Let's work this through. Think about it. Take down that video. I don't mind you attacking some bozo, big mouth, loud, slobby, pig ass, and the guy looked like a total derelict, okay? Yeah, I agree. I don't know him or his mother, and I totally agree from what I saw from one video, or maybe a couple that you had up on this guy, that there's probably something. I mean, he calls people his kitties. Um, that's pretty sick anyway. So yeah, I'm in agreement with you on that point. What I don't agree about is that video that's out there, and maybe you have more like that can literally hurt other people, and that was my concern. I told Doug I'm going to give this guy a chance because I really do like him, but if not, and he says, well, is he like disrespectful? And I said, no, actually, he said he was even going to still listen to me, but he believed that I was brainwashed. And Doug just kind of like freaking chuckled. Doug's known me forever, and he found that a little bit comical. And he's a very strong-minded guy. Um, well, I just don't do weak people very well, you know, in any extreme. So call me brainwashed. I took a big offense to that and thought I'd give it a day to kind of calm down. But it didn't seem to help a whole hell of a lot. But that's okay too. That is okay. It doesn't ever have to go away. It's just like some people right now, I'm hoping that they wake up and realize a few things. And if they don't, that's their decision. It really is. Um, the only thing that will change is how they look at the world, not how I'm gonna, you know. Because I'm sick of these people out there. Oh, I had a rough life, this and that. Oh, don't tell me. If you didn't have a mother, if you didn't have a father, if you weren't fed right, if you weren't raised right, I have total compassion. If you at least had a mother that loved you, then shut the hell up. For real. Really. Even if your mom wasn't perfect, it was better than not having one. So, and I know that for a fact because I'm an excellent mother. That's why I'm out here talking to everybody, especially younger people. Let them know, hey, if you had a mom, she may not have been perfect, but she was your mom, you know. And Satan was pounding on her head every second, and the mother before that, and the mother before that, you know, and the fathers trying to separate the family. That's the name of the game. So having compassion for your parents, yeah, that's one thing, but were they truly actually evil? Did they mean evil towards you? Did they want you to fail in life? These are really important questions to ask. Ask yourself that, you know. I could see it if it was real. I've seen it. Don't think I'm telling you that I haven't seen that because out of natural parents because I have. But it's not very common. Kind of more common for a man to see his kid fail and not care, and I've seen that more than I've seen the mothers. Would Most mothers do not want their children to fail, you know. So anyway, I just thought I'd touch on a few subjects there, you know. And that is why I am strong, because I didn't have anybody babying me ever. Just very much so the opposite. So, yeah. And that is why all the Mason bastards are scared of me. And they should be. Because they can't come up in my face and even say anything to me. First, I see inside their brains. And likewise, because mine is very open, I don't hide anything from anybody. And that's a little unnerving to them too, because it's their nature to try to hide. And I do hate liars. I try to teach people a better way in life, you know. You can word things such as, God will even help you out of a tricky situation if you're stupid. But if you continue to be stupid, well, then the liar and you are in bed together. It's a fact. I haven't been on a ranting type mood for a while, but when I have somebody call me brainwashed, I guess, um, I don't know if you know, but I got married on the 4th of July, Independence Day. There's a big reason for that. Not because it's an open marriage. It's a estranged marriage for the last 10 years, but it is uh, supposed to be because we're both so independent and so strong minded that that was sort of our symbolic and independent from the world together. But takes two people to be strong, you know, in the right way. So not direct opposition. So that is what I'm used to. I'm used to dealing with the opposition, and I don't run. In fact, there's a lot of people. It's like, keep yapping, I'll come and visit you. And then I know you're not going to be yapping in my face. I know it for a fact. Unless you want to kill me, you know. And that it really, really, I do feel like that. I'd rather talk to people right to your face than not. So, like I say, if you want to make videos about me, go right ahead. You know, and by the way, the name isn't wise, which it should be, and that's what it means. But it rhymes with east. It's Weast. So Doug's father was full-blooded German. So, just so you know, that's how you pronounce the name. But my maiden name is Colleen, just like it sounds. You know what that means? It means the top, just where I belong. Hey, if you carry yourself like a ant, I guess that's the level you're gonna be on, right? And there's nobody that meets me that thinks I'm walking down there. So you can pretend through here. Go ahead and pretend. Because if somebody's hurt, I'm the first one there. Always have been. I was talking to a nom vet today, and it's like, why? All the nom vets I know, all the shame that they carry, and they would never go do that again, you know? So, and he couldn't answer why. He was still standing up for that type of crap. Yeah, that's why. Because I can fight my own battles, and most people can't in this so called free nation that we live in. Isn't that right? Hey, kudos to my martial artist friend Matthew. Um, Aikido Hapkido, that is so cool. When I discovered that, I was in like seventh heaven for a while, and when I would try it out on people, they would just like totally flip out, you know? Have somebody coming towards you, and, you know, that's so cool. I love it. But really, the base judo, even above all, it's like, okay, if somebody's doing like taekwondo, um, aerial spin, and you grab their leg, you know, or do a sweep in front of their face that is too quick, and you know, just the jumps and the all different things. But there's applications in taekwondo, for instance, that I found um, very little uh, energy expended with lethal consequences are really cool too. But then the same goes back into judo again too. And then to me, just like boxing was always more exciting than just like, say, for karate, for instance, was a little hokey to me because I'd rather box than if I was going to just, you know, go that direction. So, but what served me best through my life really has been my judo. So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I've been thinking about maybe paying for my oldest granddaughter to take some martial artist training, but she needs to learn to control her temper first because you really have to be honorable before you're sparring with people because that's why I am so strong. I battle monsters. Always men, you know. So pretty used to that. And somebody that is into that type of activity, I'm sure you really understand what it's like when people get salty when you get a tag on them, you know. So, and then it turns into chaos, you know, and you're fighting for your life. So it's total combat by that point. And I've been through that so many times, almost every single time, almost every time, really. So, yeah. So I did learn how to do some things that they don't know how to do. God put something in me. It's kind of a combination of my ballet and judo. And it's almost like the aspect of the drunken martial artist, if you know where I'm going with that. And then, um, yeah, it's a gift to keep me safe. And then, you know, I was taught too when I was little to size people up, and God just gives you that spot of where their injuries are or their weaknesses are, and then you deal from there, you know. So that's the benefits of not lying inside your mind and being able to dig out the minds of everybody else because you have the advantage of them as an opponent like that, you know. So yeah, I love martial arts. I really do. But then it's nothing more disgusting than a dishonorable human being. And that, I mean, I'll just say it like it is. I would totally love to fuck anybody up like that. I would love to. I might feel bad after I did. Maybe. I doubt it. Once in a while, I go back to having to break a leg on the biggest spot of the person's leg on a big freaking monster. I go back to that moment and I think, do I feel bad? And I think, well, this is a child raper and an abuser. And occasionally, I think there's hope for that person to become mindful of God. But then I go back to thinking, damn, you know what? After all the shit this person did to other people, and I finally put an end to it and made this person realize that you better be careful who you're pissing off, you know, put the fear of God in them. That's the fear of God. When you're so evil that you would actually hurt a little baby, then maybe somebody should fuck you up, right? So, that's what I mean by the fear of God. I don't mean that I want anybody good in this world ever to be hurt. I do want to stop the monsters, however, and that's my greatest gift, either with my mouth or whatever it takes in the given situation wherever I'm at. You see? And there's a lot of monsters in this world, so too many. And if you're not, and you just see these type of things and you let it go, or you don't think the weird people in the world that it's no great big deal, and the linear family is being demolished and it's not a big deal, it is a very big deal. Every child that's hurt, every parent that can't parent because the government is under the thumb of Satan, satanic rule, until strong ones like me band together, like we're trying to do, um, this crap won't end. And for them to think that I might walk out my door and I might get hurt for the things that I have done to other people. For hundreds of thousands of years, they have done what they wanted to the weaker people in the world because they could. And it's time for that to end. So that's where it stands with me. And once again, I'm far from brainwashed. And I'd really appreciate it if you took that back. And if you don't, I'll just think less of you. And I don't want that to be, but that's the way it would be. And you never want anybody thinking bad about you. You know, it's not good. You know, I heard something too that this person said, and I'm not naming names yet, but I'm about ready to. That, you know, you basically don't get anywhere with money or a place or anything if you don't basically bow to the satanic rule. Those are my words. That was the gist of what I got out of that. I have a land, I have a creek. My house is crappy, but everything is totally paid for. And we just started building some extra storage for a car and going to put the rest of our roof on and fix our floor. So we may not have a whole lot, but we've paid for it 3 times. Once to help our kids, once because Doug had heart failures, and another to do improvements. So literally paid for our place 3 separate times over and still have it. That's busting your ass to keep something. That's not kissing the man's behind to achieve anything, you know. And usually running our own businesses and not sucking up to anybody, because neither one of us do that at all, ever. And that's about as far from brainwashed. In fact, I would implore you to call Doug and say, gee, you've known Barb for over 30 years. Do you think at any point that that woman or as a girl was ever brainwashed? You would probably hear the greatest laughter you've ever heard in your life. Really, ask him. If you want my phone number, I'll message you and then erase it, you know, like people can do, and you'll have it. Call and ask him. I'm serious. This guy knows me, and he's totally my opposition, and I'm putting a wrench in the gears of the bullshit, you know, and I do it well. So just so that you know what's going on. That's a fact. So like I say, you can play a game, and maybe you're not playing a game. Maybe you thoroughly thought I was some little brainwashed, Bible thumping piece of crud, but you couldn't be farther from the truth. Now, the stories in the Bible that are true that they didn't change, or the ones that they left out, and the true stories and the true words and the languages and the depth of the language, tell a whole different story. But that's, you know, everybody else's belief, whatever you believe in your heart, or whether you don't even think about it. That's my stand on that. So I am not sure what I'm going to call this video. What would it be? Unbrainwashed Barb speaks out, or dear martial artists, anybody want to spar without becoming a monster? Or how about, would you like to see yourself from the inside out? I do that best. Yeah, that's the name of it. That's the name of it. It is. That's me. So, anyway, if you don't mind, I don't mind. Or mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Or something like that. you know. Anyway, I do love everybody. I just want you to know that. I just don't appreciate being picked on when you don't know what you're talking about. You got to take stuff back, you know. Don't think I'm going to let it go because I won't. One way or another, you will know you screwed up. I will make sure this happens. So, anyway, and you don't have to be afraid. You'll just realize that you fucked up. So, there you go. That's all I can say. Have a good day, everybody. I love you. Thank you for joining me, and I'll be back. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA.